Remember in the film The Mummy there was a scene in which Patricia Velasquez, as the concubine of Pharaoh Ankh-Sun-Amen, appears in a very revealing mesh dress? Ankh-Sun-Amen's dress in this scene hardly serves any function that a dress or any other clothing should, to cover intimate areas, to protect from the cold. Many have probably thought that such a dress could only be a figment of the imagination of Hollywood filmmakers. You know, Hollywood loves to come up with all sorts of leather jackets and trousers in Vikings, armored bras, or something quite ridiculous like the Xerxes costume from 300 Spartans. In those distant times, ancient Egyptian women could hardly walk around in such revealing even by today's standards dresses. If you think so, I'll surprise you. The fantasy of the costume designers of the film The Mummy didn't stray that far from reality. The earliest surviving ancient Egyptian beaded dress with a diamond pattern. 4th Dynasty, Rule of Khufu, 2551–2528 BC, faience and gold. Inlay. Net dress. Photo source, Museum of Fine Arts, Boston. Such dresses are very rare. Only about 20 such net dresses have been found since the 1920s. The dresses were made from thousands of earthenware beads arranged in a diamond pattern, and although it is thought that women wore such precious dresses in everyday life, most examples have been found in burials. They are now preserved in various museums around the world. In terms of the cut, such dresses were similar to the classic calasiris, casual, narrow, long-strapped shirts worn by ancient Egyptian women. It has been suggested that dresses made of beaded netting could have been made in one of two ways. First, the beads could have been sewn directly onto a woman's linen dress as part of that garment. The second method is that the beads are strung on a net which is then put on the linen dress. Some of these dresses, such as the one in the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, were made using blue and blue-green faience beads, which were supposed to be imitations of lapis lazuli and turquoise respectively. Beaded mesh dresses were found mainly in tombs. It was originally assumed that this dress might have been worn by a dancer. Around the edges of this dress were shells filled with small stones that made a rattling sound when the wearer moved. It was therefore believed that the dress could be used for erotic dancing. However, when this dress was reconstructed, it was discovered that it was quite difficult for the dancer to move around in it, let alone dance in it. So it is quite possible that ancient Egyptian women wanted to wear such dresses in the afterlife. And in this world they wore very different, more comfortable clothes. Who knows now? This saw can be considered a preview to my other video about sex and prostitutes in ancient Egypt. In this video, you'll find out what kind of services Egyptian prostitutes provided. How available and uninhibited ancient Egyptian women were. What myths and misconceptions about Egyptian night fairies are prevalent on the internet. And even find out what was the smell and taste of the seductive swarthy bodies of Kemet's love priestesses. About all this in the following video. But I want to ask you to subscribe and like this video. Your activity is very important for this channel.